So here's what we've got. This 2001 Chevy Malibu that, going over bumps, it sounded like there was some suspension thump in the front end. And I checked for slop in the ball joints and didn't find any. And did reading online, and people talked about upper strut bushings and things like that. But what I didn't realize until later was that it had to do with the steering. So if you swing the wheel back and forth, you can hear the clunk pretty readily. Here it is. Don't know if you can hear that very well or not, but a very decided clunk clunk. Now, to locate it, we put it up on ramps and had a friend spin the wheel back and forth like that and look for what was moving. And the tie rods looked alright and the tie rod ends looked alright, but the driver's side of the steering rack was moving 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch, maybe even 1/2 inch sometimes. And so, looking further into it, we found where the mounting bolts were for the steering rack. There are 2 of them that hold it down into the subframe on this car, and decided to try to check the tightness on those. Unfortunately, the driver's side is very hard to get to. In order to replace the steering rack on this vehicle, you're supposed to drop the subframe, including disconnecting all of the lower suspension bits and pieces, like the lower ball joints and things like that. I'm going to attempt to get to the steering mount without doing that. Right now I cannot get a socket or a wrench or anything onto that the driver's side bolt, because the sway bar is directly in front of it, as well as a low pressure power steering line, but that can be moved out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and put the vehicle up on jacks and jack stands or blocks and see if I can remove or loosen the 2 sway bar mounts to swing it up out of the way and get to that bolt. And when I get down there, once I get it up, I'll take a little bit of video of where the bolt is.